We are
Now in session.
Good evening, good morning, hello everybody. We are back again with another session. Before we begin though, I want to thank all our followers, subscriber, sponsors that's been listening to us, following us, supporting us for going on a year and a half now.
Year and a half.
But don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on all platforms. Next year we are going to be hitting it pretty hard, and I think Season 3 is going to start off with a bang, so you guys want to stay tuned for that.
Don't want to miss out.
We want to continue the debate that we had
last episode.
And we kind of talked about this. This was about abortion, and we kind of cut it off because we think that this is going to be very controversial in the beliefs that we have. So let's get it right into it, man. How do you guys feel about abortion?
Ooh. You want to go for this one?
No, go ahead. Go ahead first. You want me to go first?
Yeah, why don't you go first?
Well, I could go first if you guys want to think. To me, I feel like that's up to the mom, right? That the mom should be able to decide, whether they want to keep the baby or not. But it takes two to tango, and I think that if it's two, then I think both parties should be able to decide what they want to do with the baby.
Yeah.
So it's up to the individual. Nobody could say you can't do that or you should do that. I think it's an individual preference.
I'll echo very similar connotation like Toby, because I feel that we don't have any women on our show. I hope we have other
Season
women
3.
on the show.
Season 3.
Because this could be definitely a huge debate. But I look at it like this, man. It's not my body. It's a woman's body. And if the woman is carrying that baby, she should make whatever decision she wants to make. And I always think about the women that get raped every day.
Yep.
Do they gotta have that baby and knowing that baby came, from a person who they did not want and was forced to do it? I don't think any doctor should have an opinion on it. I don't think any nurse or anybody that has nothing to do with that baby should have an opinion on only that woman. We hear many times, man, that other people are influenced by it. You can adopt it out, you can do whatever you want to do. No, but adopting out also losing traction from the nurture of the mom too. So you gave the baby up to go in adoption and foster care or whatever, and to be raised by another family. And then they got to deal with all psychological stuff too that they got to deal with, displacement, adjustment, all kinds of stuff, So I echo that with Toby, that no matter what it is, man, a woman's body, they got a right to make their own choices.
What about the dad? Do they get the right to say, hey, I get you don't want a kid, but I want to keep the kid?
Of course, the dad. I mean, if it's mutual, right? Then of course, But if it's rape, like he's saying,
if it's rape, yes,
definitely, no way.
Because the dad would be in jail.
Be in jail for sure. But if it's something that you and your partner or whatever talk about, then you.
That's why I say
I wouldn't say a partner. It's like, let's say a one night stand.
But let's just say, where do you stand on it?
Yeah, where do you stand on it?
Yeah.
See, for me, pro-choice, even though personally I won't do it. Like,
what's pro-choice?
Pro-choice just mean the same, exactly what you guys said.
Okay. Oh, so we're on the same.
Yeah,
we're on the same side then.
But I think Charles is a little bit more about. He thinks that possibly the male also has a say in this,
because I am truly pro-choice, meaning that the woman has a choice and the man has a choice.
Okay.
So, like, if the woman, let's say they just had a one night stand. And let's say I had a one night stand with a girl, and she said, I don't want to have babies. But for me, I'm like, dude, that's my kid. Because personally, I wouldn't do an abortion. So I want to take the kid.
Yeah.
Now, the woman's going to have to deal with it for 9 months.
Right.
Like, who has more rights?
Well, I think it's 50-50, right? Because at that same time, it takes both of you guys to create that baby, right? But if you're forcing that woman to carry your child, I think that's wrong.
Yeah.
You shouldn't force your, you have a one night stand. Yeah, of course, like nobody knows what's going to happen, but you shouldn't be like, hey, you know what? You need to carry my baby. Like that's infringing on her will.
Yeah.
So I think that's not correct, unless, the universe say, hey, you know what? It's your right too. And then, you do that, but I don't think the
So the guys has less right than the woman does.
I think the guys have less right than the woman does.
For sure. I look at just who's carrying the baby
Yeah.
the most.
I mean, think about it like this, dude. Most guys out there that have a child with a woman, sometimes they're not in their life,
Yeah.
but they feel like, oh, you know, that's my kid, but I'm not gonna take care of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not fair.
Well, I mean, if for the most part, like the guys is the one that say, "I don't want the baby," and the girl's the one that says,
Of course.
I'm gonna keep the baby."
But that 1% chance, right, or that 10%, 5%, whatever number you want to put at it, right? That the guy say, you know what, that's my child. I want to take care of it. How many of those out there that's gonna
Yeah.
stand up and fight, right?
That
And
is
if
true.
and if he is a good guy that thinks that way, he's not gonna go have a one night stand. He's gonna be like, you know what, this is my wife, because we're pretty selective on who we want to carry the burden of our child, right? We don't just go, hey, you know what, I want this girl to be the mother of my child, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you don't feel that way, do you?
What?
If you have a one night stand with some random girl, you want her to be the mother of your child?
No, I don't. So no, I get that. But at the same time, like if I did end up having a one night stand, and she got pregnant, I would want to just keep the baby. I mean, I don't want her to be the mother of the child, but I made my bed and I'm ready to rest in it.
There's a lot of situations like that where girls get
Yeah.
pregnant. Now, I could see it from the folks that may not agree with us right now. They could say like, well, there's a girl that was pregnant and able to care for the baby, single mother, and she decides to get abortion. Are you guys agreeing with that?
What do you mean that?
Like there's some girls that are like one night stand, like Charles mentioned. They have a good job. They could probably take care of the baby alone without telling the guy.
Right.
But at that moment, they said, no, I have to get an abortion. Right? Because I can't do it alone.
I think that's okay, right?
You think it's okay still?
I think it's okay.
Because some people would argue right now and says,
it's not okay.
I
does
go
that?
back to the girl's choice, right? I think whatever circumstances she's in, she has to be a reason why she didn't want to keep the baby.
Right.
We don't know what the reasons are. We
Right.
can assume all we want. There'll be people protesting at Planned Parenthood right now with a sign that says, "Don't kill your baby. Give it, adopt it out." You know what I mean? Let someone else take care of it. People are dying to have kids that can't have kids, right?
Right.
And that's why I say, like, it's a tough, sketchy conversation, and that's why we need more women on this to talk about it. But
You know, speaking from a spiritual standpoint,
Yeah.
when that baby is created, right?
Yes.
That spirit's already there.
Yes.
It's a combination of two spirits making one,
Right.
right? So if you get rid of that spirit, that energy, that karma belongs to the parents.
Right.
That karma belongs to the people that created that baby. So, you know, if they're okay with the consequences of that, then, you know, who's to stop them, right?
Yeah.
If they decide, and knowing that later on in life, maybe not this life or next life or whatever, they're gonna get punished for that.
Yeah.
You know, because you're taking a life. You're taking someone's life.
You
So
already
you're
feel
killing it.
guilty. You already feel guilty
Yeah, you're
doing that.
And at the same time, it's like, I understand if you bring a child into this life and you cannot care for it or take care of it, you feel like you're not ready, then you know what you're doing, you're not ready for it. You cannot make that decision.
yeah.
So that's how I feel.
And also, like, it comes into a debate of when does life begin?
Yeah.
Is it at inception, or is
Yeah.
it 6 weeks in,
Right,
9
right.
weeks in?
Right.
Like, when do you think it's
Life.
a life?
Yeah. When do you guys think it's
See,
life?
yeah, that's man.
That's another debate too.
That's another debate.
To me, it's when it has a heartbeat.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Like, to me, like, if the eggs just fertilize, it's not a life yet.
But see, for women, they feel like the moment they hear that the two solid lines,
multiply. Yeah.
that's them. I'm having a baby. It don't matter if it's 1 day, 2 day, 1 week, right? That's my baby. If I lost it, then I'll be devastated, right? Or,
So they feel like even though it doesn't have a heartbeat, it's not a life.
Well, to me, if it was just a fertilized egg, I don't see it as a life yet.
that's your opinion, right?
That's
Charles?
just my opinion. That's
your
just my
opinion.
view.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I still wouldn't abort it.
Yeah.
Like, if,
Yeah.
like you said, if I see 2 red lines, that's my child.
Here,
And
yeah,
for me, with the 2 red lines, even though I don't see the fertilized egg as
Yeah.
a baby,
Yeah.
but that's my opportunity to have a baby.
Yeah.
So I don't want nobody to take my opportunity to have a baby
Sure,
from
sure,
me.
sure. Yeah,
But don't you think you're being selfish though at that point?
Yeah, I am. So what?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Here's I'm pro-choice, but here's what bothers me, man. It irks me when you have a mom who has multiple men, right? Dating multiple men. They already have 6 kids. Still not understanding about safe sex, still not understanding about protection, and got pregnant accidentally with the 5th baby daddy.
Accidentally.
Well, whatever, right?
Yeah.
They did a one night stand thing, and then like, oh shit, I'm pregnant again, and then says, "Oh man, I can't care for it," you know? Well, crap, dude.
Yeah.
And then she goes, "I'm gonna go have an abortion." That's where I say I think that's wrong. You know better than that, man. Like, you know better than that. Why would you do it again? You know what I mean? Like, there has to be some education in that part, man. And this is why I say it's a very, very sketchy topic.
Well, it comes down to bad choices, right?
Bad
You're making a
choices?
bad choice. You
Yeah.
know, you should have took it in the face
Yeah.
instead of in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, exactly.
Right.
You could have swallowed it.
You could have swallowed it. But then that would still make her a baby killer,
Oh yeah.
right?
Just
'Cause
because you have pro-choice
you're
doesn't mean-
swallowing your kids.
See, like the thing is, I believe in pro-choice,
Wow.
but I am
Tough
not.
crowd. Tough crowd.
So you should went over my head, huh?
No.
But what I was gonna say, I believe in pro-choice, but I am not. I don't believe in freedom of consequences.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
What do you mean freedom of consequences?
so like just because you have free will and choice that
To
you
make
can
babies.
make, or abort whatever,
Yeah, abort.
doesn't mean that you don't have no consequences
Yeah,
to
yeah,
come
yeah.
with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
The
for
law
sure.
of cause and effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like if you have an abortion, be ready for people to give you a backlash.
Yeah.
Not only that, right? If you have an abortion, you're taking someone's life, and the effect of that is felt. You're gonna get punished for it. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And you need to be okay with it. You know, and we can't, as outsiders, say, "Hey," we could tell them it's wrong, right? But
Yeah.
it's up to them to realize it, because really, karma, it's their karma. It's
Yeah.
not
Yes.
our karma. We can't stop.
I
them,
can't
you
force
know?
them to
You
not
can't force
do
them.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, you think about this, man. There was a study I read somewhere. I forgot the numbers, but cultural people, cultural families, cultural groups, talking about very conservative, hard cultural groups, maybe Muslim folks, even Southeast Asian, some of them. You see college kids getting pregnant left to right. You go look at Planned Parenthood. How many college girls walk out of there because they just gave an abortion because they got pregnant? They don't want to tell their parents. Their parents pay for their doctorate degree or whatever. They're ashamed. If you bring that kid home, right? So you see that a lot. Are they to blame too? Why they did that? These
The
girls?
parents?
The girls.
The girls are to blame.
No, I'm saying like they feel that guilty, conscious in their bone. Some of them go through with abortion, you know? And it goes back to that thing like, man, yes, it's an accident, whatever you did at the frat party, whatever shit, but you got to think, you got to be smarter than that, you know what I mean? Because you are hurting an innocent life, you know what I mean? Even though you have the right to do what you want to do, you are hurting somebody's life. So I see it on that angle, like where are the responsibility as humans, you know, where we play our part? Because people would say that kid didn't deserve it. That kid deserved to be alive today, you know, because of your choices, you know? So I see that a lot in cultural groups, man, where they're like, they don't want to share nobody, hide this big old belly, put a bubble jacket for 10 months, and then freaking have an abortion.
I think it comes down to an education thing, right? Like a lot of people don't know the right thing to do. And I think culture has a lot to do with it. I think the shame has a lot to do with it, right? I don't want to shame my parent because society puts so much restraint and restriction on the women. You know, it doesn't matter what culture you're from, you know, they have so much limitations, right? And so much shame, and everybody just ostracize them for going outside of the group. And so I feel for them because it's hard. You know, I see, you know, my sister, I see, you know, my cousin and stuff, like, man, they society really don't accept the women for them being who they are.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
and they're just human too.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
Yeah.
like guys, but for guys, we get more of a free pass, right?
Yeah.
And I think that when it comes down to something like this, the women should be the one that decides, but they also need to know the consequences that come with it. You know? So,
sure.
and they need to be okay with it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, women don't want to be responsible.
Nope.
right?
Where you going with that?
They don't want to be held accountable. That's the
Yeah,
word.
held
They don't want to
accountable.
be
That's what I'm
held accountable for
Like I
it.
said, I believe in pro-choice, but you're not free of your consequences. So, like, whatever you decide to do, that's your life.
Yeah.
I'm not here to cast any judgment.
Yeah.
But just know that there are consequences, whether you keep the baby or you abort the baby.
Yeah.
There's consequences to both sides. So, like you said, people don't like taking responsibilities or accountabilities on things, but you have to. Whether you choose to keep the baby
Yeah.
or abort the baby, there's responsibility on both ends.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy you guys share that, man, because you know, you guys know my story. It was tough for me and my wife to have kids, man. And when I hear, you know, again, I'm pro-choice, but when I hear people have abortion for no whatever reason, and just because either they didn't have an opportunity to take care of it or the religious purposes, whatever, it hurts me because I wish I had that baby. You know what I mean? And my wife having 3-4 miscarriages, you realize that, man, dude, am I really pro-choice in that sense? You know what I mean? Because anybody would take care of that baby. You know what I mean? And I can understand where that mother was coming from. At that moment, I can't judge her. That was her choice.
Yeah.
You know, whatever she was going through in life, whether she's 18 years old, 17 years old, she had to go through that, you know? And it's not none of my business to know, you know, the situation that she was going through, but it makes me think about that a little bit. Like, damn, I wish I had that kid. You know, the people holding the sign at Planned Parenthood, are they actually sharing the message the right way? You know, I think about stuff like that sometimes. You know,
What do you
driving
mean
by
by sharing it the right way?
When they said you're killing the baby for no reason or adopt it out, we're here to protect it. I saw a couple signs like that.
That is true,
You know?
right? But the thing is, right? When it's all said and done, and that baby is in this world, the people holding the sign, where are they going to
Where
be
they
at?
do, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Are they
okay,
adopting
Are
the
they
baby?
are
gonna
they
take care of it?
adopting the kid?
Yeah, they take
Yeah.
care
You
of
know,
it.
are you the one that's going to be at the
Yeah.
front line? Say, you
Yeah.
know what, this baby need this clothes.
Yeah.
This baby
Yeah.
need uniform. These baby need nice clothes to go to school. Where are they going to be at?
All these orphanages.
No action.
Yeah, no action.
Are
All
you-
talk. No
Are you,
talk.
That's what
are
it
you
is.
donating time or money to these
Right.
orphanage?
Right.
Or you just out
Orphanage.
there
Yeah.
saying like spilling these messages.
Yeah.
Right. You're
Or pushing your
agenda.
agenda on somebody else's.
right. And of course, what they believe is true. You're killing a life.
Yeah.
That's wrong. You know that everybody knows that. Doesn't matter what religion you at.
Yeah.
Killing
Yes.
is wrong.
It's funny you guys mentioned orphanage. Someone said Charles.
I
you
did,
said
I did.
orphan. I did a lot of Comrail and volunteer at orphanage in Thailand. Every young little baby that was there, I asked the teachers or whoever the shelter facilitator or orphanage facilitator, manager, said all these little kids came from prostitutes. Lucky.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, God, man, what the life these kids are living. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
Child's innocent, man.
yeah, child's innocent. They're sweet kids, man. They didn't, and we went there. We made their day, man. And I'm thinking, man, these kids didn't have no freaking choice, man. You know what I mean? The mother, it was mixed kids too, had to do what they had to do. But at that moment, she said, "I'm not going to kill the baby. I'm going to give it to the orphanage. You know, and let this baby live." You know, I thought that was pretty cool. But then I also look at the kid's life, like, damn, man. They got a life. They could get out of this, right? And so yeah, there's a lot of mixed feelings, man.
Of course,
when
I
see all that,
when
man.
the kids have a life, but is it gonna be an okay life?
Yeah.
Is the baby gonna have to struggle?
Yeah.
Right. Is the baby gonna have to fight for his own life?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you see it all over the world, not just in America, bro. All over the world, in India, in China, in Thailand, Laos, bro. We see schools over there. Kids don't have education. They don't have enough to eat. No clothes.
Yeah, no clothes.
And it's
And
like,
all those kids that came from the prostitution, how many of them will end up in prostitution themselves
Yeah,
and continue that cycle?
yeah. Again, are the people in the signs
yep.
out
Are they
there?
gonna be
Yeah.
there?
do there every day?
Yep,
know,
they're
yeah.
not, and I think that it's like it goes back to the mom, like it's
Yeah.
up to her. Can she provide for this baby?
Yes.
You made that decision already. Now you gotta stick with it.
Yeah,
So, but we
Have
can't
you-
say. Of course, we don't want the child
Yeah.
to die.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
of course.
like,
No.
yeah.
Just because I believe in pro-choice, where you could decide what you want. Doesn't mean that's gonna be my choice.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I'm not choosing that. I'm just not imposing my opinion onto you,
Yeah,
to your
right.
rights.
Yeah.
You have your rights to do whatever hell you want. But for me, I have my opinion. You can't stop me from thinking a certain way.
Yeah. Have you guys ever had a close friend that thought about abortion?
Yes.
I have many. Yeah,
Yes.
I've
can't say names, but
Yeah,
I've
for
had
sure.
many.
I can't say name. I never had anybody, none of my friends.
No.
That's why I wanted to ask
Maybe
you guys.
they just
What was
didn't
that?
tell you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe,
maybe-
because it is
it
it
is-
is like frowned upon.
Frowned
Not
upon,
frowned upon,
yeah.
but like the world doesn't think, our culture don't think you should have an abortion.
People have second opinions about you
Yeah,
of that choice you made.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You
They
guys,
judge you.
They
They
judge
judge
you.
you.
Yeah.
I may not have any friends that actually express it in an openly way, and I'm sure that it's pretty private. But how do you guys feel about
Of course,
that?
that's
when-
devastating, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
to know that, let's say you, like, as a dad, right?
Yeah,
To know that you cannot provide for this child, right? That you made, that you created, and to bring him to this world to see him struggle. As a parent, you don't want to see your child struggle.
Yeah.
You don't want to see your child suffer.
yeah,
But me knowing that in this world, there's nothing but suffering.
Yeah.
That's one
Yeah.
of the dharma of Buddhists, right? It's suffering.
Mm-hmm.
You come here suffering, but if I could alleviate that suffering, I could do it as much as I can, like try to help, right? But you have to teach your child to be okay with that suffering.
Yep.
When you found out that, or you heard that one of your friends were thinking about, what was
Yeah.
your mental reaction to yourself?
The only thing I said was, "Damn, that sucks."
Yeah.
And the only thing I told him was, "Hey, just know that if you go through with it, this is your karma.
Yeah,
You know, you're creating this on you. Nobody
Yeah.
else to blame.
Yeah.
So you gotta think, you know, if you go through with this is gonna come back to you.
Yeah.
You're gonna owe that baby something.
Yeah.
You know, because the baby's coming here, but you decided to cut it short.
Yeah.
So you owe him something.
Yeah.
You owe him or her
Forever
something.
in
your
forever.
brain. Forever.
Until you pay that back.
yeah, yeah,
Yep.
You know, you're taking that life. And if that baby does come and you take care of the baby, it is your suffering, because now you have to make sure the baby is healthy, baby
Yeah.
this and that. You know, you're paying it back.
yeah, yeah. What about you, Charles? You said you
Well,
had some friends.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, the same thing with Toby. I told him, like, hey, it's your choice. I'm not gonna see you any different, because when we had a conversation, it wasn't an easy conversation.
Yeah.
I could see it swaying on their heart. It wasn't like something they just go, oh, I'm gonna go have an abortion. It's something that they contemplate and really put thoughts into it. And I'm not gonna judge them for whatever they decide, but I do let them know, like, hey, it is gonna be a karma thing that you gotta have to live with. You can keep the baby. That's, like I said, this could be a responsibility you have to take care of. Whether you're ready for it or not, you have to be responsible for it. And if you do go through with abortion, you're gonna have that on the back of your mind for the rest of your life.
You're accountable.
Yeah, you're accountable. And it's going to be your karma for the rest of your life and the next life. And I mean, I can't say what they did, but so that's the only conversation I have. The only time I have a problem is when people go out being promiscuous, and every time they get pregnant, they just go do it an abortion like it's, a booster shot.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Like,
crazy, because those
Yeah.
people don't have no conscience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
dry, man.
Yeah, they're dry. Like, dude, they have no
Dry.
feelings, no conscience. Like, dude, I'm just gonna kill the baby. Like, no remorse. It's like,
Yeah.
what the heck? Like, you know what you're doing, right? And well, yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I don't know. I can't get along with
Yeah.
that.
I
you know?
can't be
Yeah,
around.
and that's
you.
why I shared earlier. I can't get along with that.
If you know it, like, if you knowingly do it and you're okay,
Okay
with
with it? Yeah, that's where
You
the
know what I mean?
problem-
It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
that's
nah,
where
nah, nah.
that's where it hits, man. Because you had a choice to have protected sex, but you decided not
But you,
to.
yeah, you were dumb enough to do
Dumb
that.
enough. If you were able to tangle, like some folks are watching the part said, if you're able to have unprotected sex and you knew the consequence, you knew you're gonna possibly create a baby, then that's your fault. That's what they say. That's your fault, no
It's your
matter
fault.
what.
And dude, like I see like on YouTube or Instagram, like they do like those street interviews. Some of these people are they're proud of it.
That they killed the baby.
That they had like
Or had an abortion.
They're like, oh yeah, I went through like 9 this year. Like,
Wow.
I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
There's
crazy.
something broken inside of you.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
could just do it more than once, it's hard.
It's hard.
And if you're proud of it, there's something broken inside of you.
Yeah. Again, I still think the woman has a choice, right?
Yep.
Yes.
We're still women
yeah.
choice. However, there's a certain line that you just don't cross.
Yeah.
Where it's okay, man. You know. What
And
I mean?
honestly, like 99% of the time, is not something easy for people to
it's
choose.
not.
Yeah.
It's not.
At the same time, too, right? Some women, they bring the baby on to trap the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're like, oh yeah, I need money from this guy.
Yeah.
I need this and that from this guy. They use that
Use that leverage.
as collateral,
collateral leverage.
not
yep.
thinking this is a human life.
Yep.
You know, and they use it because this is the man they want. This is whatever it is. They do that, and I'm like, wow, it's a vicious world.
It's a new era. They're doing
yeah,
that.
it's a vicious
Well,
world.
that one is not a new era. That one's been going on forever.
Really?
With celebrities, athletes,
Huh?
they get trapped all the time for child support. Now,
Yeah.
if
Know the game, guys. Know the
yeah.
game.
Now, do you guys think like if the dad said, "Hey, you know what? I don't want the baby," you could choose to keep the baby, but you need to sign this that I'm off the hook. Should that be a thing?
That should be a thing. If you could decide, like Dave Chappelle said, if you could decide to kill the kid, I could decide to abandon it.
Yes, that's where I heard it from.
Yeah, that's what Dave Chappelle said. I agree with that. I agree with that,
I don't mean to cut it
100%.
off, but thank you, Welch, for sponsoring this video. Go ahead and send us some more of these.
Welch's fruit snack.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
need you to sponsor our video.
Yeah.
If you could see this, Welch's.
No. Yeah, I think to go back to that.
I was gonna say this is a great topic video for about
Again, it's just a conversation debate, right? Yeah. No, I have to agree with what Toby said. Like, I think there is be some speculation if you are famous and you have money, and if that woman is only using you for that, then yeah, there should be a contract written up prior to that. But again, man, I love babies. Everybody should have babies.
Yeah.
And if you able to maintain it and keep it and do what you need to do, then man, go for it, man. You know what I mean?
Man, you will never be ready for a baby.
Yeah.
No matter if you're the most well-prepared
Yeah.
parents, man, woman, you will never be ready for that baby.
Yeah.
You know, and to me, it's like, dang, it's one of the greatest thing on earth is to give life. A woman gives life, dude. That's their greatest gift. And I think the women that do these abortion, man, they're missing the point.
Yeah.
It's that you are the creator on our reality.
Yeah.
You know, life doesn't happen without you.
Yeah.
And to kind of just like have an abortion, like, dang, that sucks, you know?
Yeah.
See, I agree with both of you guys on that, and I don't believe everybody's cut out to be a parent.
No.
Yo,
Hell no.
not.
So
people
we
should not
know
be
that.
having
Yeah, we
kids.
know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So instead of getting pregnant, getting do abortion, just go get fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get spayed and neutered.
How do you feel about women and men getting fixed?
That's nothing wrong.
There's
There's nothing wrong with that.
Ain't
You
nothing
wanna
wrong.
I mean,
I prefer to do that than abortion.
yeah.
Yeah.
They should do that. But the thing with human nature is that we're selfish. Right? Nah, we're not going to do that. You know, as long as someone else is accountable, I'm okay.
Yeah.
You know, and that needs to change.
Yeah. If you're having multiple, tons of kids, you get pregnant by just touching you, then yeah.
Or take it in the face.
Like, nobody ever complained about too much protein.
You know what?
They say it's good for your skin.
Yeah.
I read somewhere.
Mascara?
No,
Okay.
I read somewhere
It's good for your skin?
that it's good for your skin.
It came from a guy that trying to convince a girl to take it in the face.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
I'm pretty sure that article was written by a guy, huh? You read the article?
I've heard of it.
You heard of it, huh, Charles?
Yeah.
You know what's pretty like, man, I hope some of the ladies are watching, man, and may this get a little deep, but I wish there was a person who could come on and really share their abortion story, like their feeling.
I don't know about that.
Not saying that they're proud of it, but how hard it was for them to make that decision. I would love to read the mind of that person or that couple to say, man, we were at a really deep time in our life and we couldn't take care of this kid and we had to make a really tough. I want to know what they went through, man. You know what I mean? Because I know that's probably hard for them. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but that story could lift the veil for many people
For
that is
sure.
going through the same
For sure.
situation.
For sure.
And think that, oh man, I'm alone, I'm this and that,
Yeah.
you know, and might give them maybe some kind of hope, might
Right.
give them like, oh yeah, you know, I'm making the right decision, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, we do need to hear stories of people that go through it, their feelings, you
Right.
know, and all the stuff that comes with it. So
And and I also think that's part of their healing process, right?
Yeah.
Sharing.
Well, I don't know about having somebody coming on, but if you guys want to share it onto our DMs, we'll share that story and keep you guys anonymous.
Yeah.
Because
we're gonna snitch you out.
no, we'll keep it anonymous so that when we'll share your story without you having to face any kind of backlash or consequences.
That's true, man. Abortion, man. I think that's a debate that it's never gonna end. There's
Yeah.
gonna be on one side of the aisle or the other, and I think the culture has a lot to do with it.
I think.
Did we had abortion back in Laos and Thailand?
Yes.
Did
Yes.
they have it?
They had
Yes.
abortion.
Uh-huh.
You guys
did?
ever seen how they abort the baby?
No.
You guys seen video?
No.
Bro, it's
It's brutal.
gruesome, man.
It's brutal.
They burn
Yeah.
the baby. They burn the
Oh,
fetus.
man.
Yeah. And like, oh, dude.
See, and that's why a lot of folks that are against it, they have some really, really deep feelings about
So-
it, man.
yeah.
You saw the burnt one. You didn't see the one they chopped the baby up.
Oh yeah, I seen that one too.
What do you mean they chopped the baby
Yeah,
up?
they chopped the baby up
See, I couldn't- I
inside the
couldn't do
stomach.
I couldn't do that, you know.
You seen that one too?
I seen part of it. I couldn't do it. I just like didn't.
Oh, I watched the whole
yeah.
thing, man. I was looking
Yeah,
like, wow, that's
and
crazy.
See, I'm pro-choice, but I don't want babies getting killed. Mm-hmm. You know, so
I think there should be a time frame, right?
there was a law.
But
There was a law?
Yeah,
There was a
there's
law.
there
still
is a
law.
law.
coming out. Yeah,
No, there's
Really?
still a law.
there's still a law, right? Or they're trying to implement it or change. No, they're actually trying to change it
They're trying to change it.
for the weeks wise, right? They're trying to say when is it not the appropriate time to do abortion after
Right
a
now, I
certain
think,
amount of weeks.
because I think
the weeks right
abortion
now?
is legal right now.
It is
And
legal.
It is, and they're trying to make it illegal. So they're trying to change it to where it's no longer legal to have abortion, except for in the case of the mom is like her life is at risk,
At risk. Oh.
or if the
Father.
no, I forgot what else was. It was
The
like
father's
after
at
like
risk for holding the hand when giving
after
birth.
like 2-3 weeks. I forgot what it was. Oh, and also in the case of rape, also.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Florida, right? Florida is like a no abortion type state. Mm-hmm. I think that's why they had a lot of arguments in Florida. There's no abortion type situation there. People had to cross over to the next state to do what they need to do, and some conservative Republican state are more like, no, you can't do it here. Mm-hmm. They're starting like there's a couple states. I mean, I read about it a few years back, but the people that can't have kids, I feel like they're very strong about no abortion. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and after hearing what Toby's talked about those videos, I'm sure they watched all those videos
Of
too.
course, of
Like,
course.
nah, I can't see a baby go through. That's life. That is life, man. No abortion at all, man. You know?
Of course, they feel strongly about
Yeah.
that. I mean, I feel strongly about that. But the one thing that these people got to understand is it's not your life.
It's not your
Yeah.
body.
It's not your body. It's
Yeah.
not your life.
Yeah.
It's
Not
not
your
your
choice.
karma. It's not
Yep.
your choice.
It's
You
not
know,
your
so
choice.
Yeah.
Yep.
you got to let it go. Even though the world is cruel like that,
Yeah.
you got to accept the fact for what it is, and it's not your life.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Like personally, I wouldn't be doing drugs, but I'm not gonna force somebody that's an addict to stop. That's their choice.
That's their choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't go out there and say, "Hey, you need to stop drugs," right? You stop.
Yeah.
You just leave them. Let them
Yeah,
be.
just let them be. Just don't hang around those people if you don't like them.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. And I understand the activists, right? There's this thing that they said, if you see change, you want to be change, you got to do the change. Somebody got to pick up the axe, right, and create.
Yeah.
It. And I see what they're doing, right? They have a good heart, they have good intention, but I think the way they're messaging it is wrong. You know,
The way
'cause
they
they're-
deliver it.
Deliver.
Yeah, the way they deliver it,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
wrong. You know, they're
It-
forcing someone,
Well, I think you try to have a civil conversation.
right?
But see, debates like these, or you have pro-choice and then no abortion people coming in, they're starting arguments. It
Yeah.
gets heated. They've probably done that before. Now they just went straight to the point and say, "Hey, man, you're a baby killer," or all these different names. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Calling people names is not gonna make them want to. listen
change
to
their
you.
mind. You know what I mean?
What I think they need to do is come up with better options other than abortion. Make it, because there's a lot of people that wants to adopt a baby, and it's a process that they gotta go through.
Yeah.
So like, why don't we make that process?
Is there a
easier
system?
There is.
I
but
think
it's
there
hard.
is. Yeah, adoption agency has a system. You know,
Yeah.
they have a system to adopt newborn babies out there. You know, and man, see, that's another thing I thought about adopting, right? And I was like, man, if I could make the option agreement with a young girl who's 18 who can't take care of the baby, then maybe that's a contract that I could do, right? I'm all for that, man. You know what I mean? So giving them options besides saying, don't kill the baby and let this young couple come in and to raise the baby, I'm for it.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
hear stories though, man, of that happening, and then at the end of the day, as soon as the girl give birth, she said, "I don't want that contract no more. I want to keep the baby."
I heard
You get a
about
lot of
this
that.
Yeah.
You,
How do you,
you know, like so. There's a lot of there's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff that could
Yeah.
happen.
Well, but then that's also like, think about it, because you were gonna abort the baby and then you change your mind. So having that much time to actually weigh your thoughts could help too.
Yeah,
And the thing that sucks about those situations is the parents that's trying to adopt the baby, they usually have a down payment of like a lot of money.
oh yeah, they give a down
20,000,
payment
30,000,
for
whatever
a
it is.
circuit or whatever. right?
Yeah.
yeah.
And the mom decides to say, I want to keep the baby.
Yeah.
The family lose out on that money.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
yep.
yeah.
Because the mom has the right
Yeah.
to the baby and decide what to do with it.
That'd be good to ask an adoption agency, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, more about
Yeah.
that.
See
Yeah.
what the process is
Yeah.
like.
And
There's
it's
a lot
not
of
easy.
legality involved,
Yeah, yeah.
huh?
Oh, of course, of course. When does it become your baby? You know, you sign rights or guardianship over. You know what I mean?
The mom says
You are an adopted parent. You know.
Yeah.
That's true. When do you accept responsibility?
Yeah, yeah.
Dang, there's
Yeah.
a lot of like legality that comes with it.
A lot. It's a sketchy business.
Yeah.
And I hear a lot of scams that happen with adoption agencies scamming parents.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like the parents just want, like this family just wants a baby. And then the adoption agency will be like, oh, we need $20,000 to file this paperwork. Oh, this thing's not going through. We're going to need another $10,000 to do this. The family wants this much more money. You got to pay this much. Like, yeah. And they get, strung along. Which is
Man,
crazy.
it's pretty sketchy, huh? Mm-hmm. I think abortion it's a very sensitive, touchy topic, very controversial. I mean, everybody's gonna fight for what they believe. At the end of the day, it comes down to the mom. You
Mom
know
choice.
what she wants to do.
Yeah, man. There's a. I've been in conversations, and I'm usually, as crazy it is, I just say one word: I'm pro-choice, and then that's it. But I do see how people could get so upset and so mad.
Yes.
You got the no abortion team on this side, and you got the pro-choice on this side, and they're looking at each other, And it's when I look at them argue, I'm looking at their background, what they're going through in life, what their struggles are, and I could see why they have these thought process, why they feel that way. I could see on both lenses, man, and it's tough, because in the end of the day, I was like, it's a woman's body, man. Us men, you got a doctor who's a man, you got a judge, who stamps the law and says that no, you're gonna have to. There it goes. They talked about this. A judge creating this amendment on abortion. Why is he the one doing it? He's a man.
He created it.
No, he came up. He's one that's gonna prove this to the Supreme Court. Why has he got to make that decision as a man? That's one of the questions they asked.
Because the girls can't make up their mind. That's why.
Probably, but they even said it. Why does a man have to make that into law? Even though Supreme Court got how many 9 judges? Well, a girl should make that decision. Doesn't matter what it is, the judge or not, or the doctor. A girl should make that decision. So yeah, it was a big argument, man. Back and forth.
I understand that part, right? Because women make their decision based on their feeling. That's their logic, right? And for us, for men, we make our decision based on logic and facts, right? But to women, their feelings is facts.
Yeah.
It might not be logical at that moment.
Yeah.
But what they feel at the moment is the real deal. That is their reality.
Yeah.
And we won't understand that.
For sure.
And like you were saying, whatever she was going through at that moment,
Right.
that is her reality. That is her perception. That is unique to her.
Yeah.
So if in that moment when she's feeling like, oh man, I can't do this, I'm this and that, whatever, right? But given time, if the support comes through, hey, you got this or whatever, this and that, her feelings might change.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, you know, our girls are like, man, 1 minute, and then next minute they're okay, right? And I think that process is still there, but at this moment when you have a kid, I think it's heightened, right? So they're like, I don't know what to do. So boom, they make this decision, and I see a lot of girls, they regret it too.
Do you
lot
think
of
that
regret.
schools or organizations like nonprofit, before they, let's say there's a bill that comes into law, before you go have an abortion, you got to watch 10 hours of this course regarding how the abortion process is like, and let them go through that whole thing to let them see, then they can make their decision, right? Even to the part where they kill the baby.
Yep.
Like some people talk about that. Well, they have to go to a course first before they go
I
to
agree
abortion.
I agree with that,
Right?
because the missing thing in our decision is knowledge.
Right.
They don't have the knowledge. You know, they don't understand the process of what's going to happen, how it's going to affect. They don't have that knowledge.
right.
And a lot of these young girls, they don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They just know that, hey, there's a baby inside me and I can't take care of it.
Yeah.
You know, and they don't know the process. They don't know what's going to happen, and they don't know where to get help.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing, too. They don't know where to go find help.
Right.
The education is very important.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
our country's not doing a good job with
Yeah.
that.
And the support system matters a lot,
course.
you know, during that time
course.
too, man. And that's why I said, like, if there's a video that shows them, hey, when you get this course completed, then you can do an abortion if you decide to do it. You know what I mean?
Because now you have all the facts.
Now you got all the facts.
Now you understand, you know,
process.
whatever. And if you decide to go with it, that's on you.
That's your choice.
Wait,
You
so
know.
you telling me they don't do that now?
I think there is something, but I don't think it's frowned upon, or it's
not
requirement.
push. It's not
Yeah,
push.
push. It's not requirement though. They may show something during the.
They might have something like that, huh?
Pamphlets or
Just a pamphlet.
pamphlet.
They do. They have just a pamphlet at Planned Parenthood.
Parenthood, yes.
And that's all it is.
That's all it is. But there's no video because maybe they feel that
And
you're still having an influence on that person's decision if you show the clip of them killing the baby.
But the thing is, a person would only be able to understand the information they're given based on their level of consciousness.
Yes.
So that means that if they're higher in their consciousness, they will understand it. But if they're lower in their consciousness, they might not understand.
May not see it.
They might not see it
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they understand everything, even though
yeah.
you presented to them
Yeah.
the correct facts and
sure.
all the stuff that they need to know. They might not still understand it, and we see it.
Yeah.
You know, so how do you combat that?
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty hard, you know, but a basic, there should be a basic, you know what I mean?
Because that's crazy to me, because I went to the doctor for a vasectomy and they required me to watch a video before doing it.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
So yeah, I'm surprised I don't have the abortion one. Maybe
Yeah,
we
that's
don't know
what-
about it.
Yeah, maybe we don't know. Let us
about it.
know, girls. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
we're talking about this. We do
'Cause-
want a girl's perspective.
Yeah, we need to have a
We
continuing
do.
Because
conversation.
that's a
about it.
bigger surgery than a vasectomy. So, like, I was surprised they don't have that video.
Charlie, you were gonna get a vasectomy?
I was, but they ran out of the BOGO cells, so I didn't do it.
Ah, I see. That's why you called me.
You
huh?
know what
Just
they
to
say
try
in
to
the
get
Lao
that.
culture, right? You get it,
Uh-huh.
right? What did they say about men to get vasectomy in Lao culture?
I don't know.
เป็นกระเทยแหละ
Katay.
เป็น
Oh,
กระ
really?
เทยแหละ
Yeah.
That's
Ask your
okay.
mom. Ask your mom about it.
Oh, been cantino.
Kanti. Me look what I.
มีลูกไม่ได้มันเป็นกระเทย
เป็นกระเทย
Well,
เลย
that's the whole reason I tried to get a vasectomy.
มันเป็นกระเทยได้มัน
กระเทยเลย
มันมีแต่หำตัวเดียว
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what they said.
You know, but in it's a new era. More guys are commonly getting that vasectomy
Yeah.
now, right? In the Lao culture, some of the guys probably watching this too will probably say, "Nah, we can't do that." You know what I mean? We just gotta have safe sex, or like Toby
Yeah.
said, put
Work
in the
on-
face. Just put in the face.
Work on the
You're good.
prevention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Work on prevention. Put it on the face.
You can't spill it. You can't spill your
Yeah.
seed on the ground because that's a sin.
On it, just put.
Is it?
Yeah,
Hey, can we go
it's
down
in the
that road
Bible.
real
I mean, I read it in the Bible. That's the
Just
only
put
one
it-
thing I got from the Bible.
Just put it in her mouth, man. That's it. Just put it in her mouth. It feels better in the mouth, bro. That's it.
How do you know?
Come on.
Have you ever tasted it before?
I'm not saying me. I'm talking about her.
Maybe I feel.
Can I ask her?
I feel good.
I'll say, how does it taste? How does it taste? If it tastes good. All right, that's what I'm
Yeah,
talking
she
about.
gonna lie to you. She be like, yeah, it's good, baby. And you be like, yeah, walk it all off. But the girl's really fucking nasty.
Hey, like I said, prevention, right?
Shit, bitter. What the hell?
It tastes like that cum tree. That cum tree.
Hey,
Kumquat.
Kumquat. No, there's a tree that the girls say it smells like it.
what the hell?
It's that white flower tree.
White flower tree.
Oh, I know what you're talking
You know what
about.
I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of
one
girls
is this
say it
one?
smell like that.
Is it the like a
That flower tree.
Makai?
I don't know what it is.
I don't know, but I know
they
what
call
you
it the
call-
cum tree. A lot of girls call it the cum tree.
It is Makai.
Yeah.
I think it's white.
Is it?
Is when it blossoms, it's white, right?
It's white. Yeah.
When and it's a fruit though.
I have no idea what it is, man. But a lot of girls say it's the cum tree.
Just
Cum
put
tree,
it,
right?
Just put it in her mouth, guys, and you be all safe, man. Trust me, you'll feel good. No matter what she feel, but you feel good. She got to take it in. That's it.
Damn, that's crazy.
But yeah, back to it, man. You know what? I was thinking too, man. There was this. I met this lady, this family, man, and she had her first baby at 14.
14?
14 years old. She had a son, and I remember having a conversation with her, and she told me, at that moment, Lucky, I almost had an abortion. I said, well, what made you change your mind, you know? And she said it like, man, I was going to regret this for the rest of my life. And as much trouble and challenges I had at 14, I was one of those girls that had the baby at the high school. I was only a freshman. Remember how we had those kids at school and they had a daycare system going and all that? And some of our classmates could take their babies and drop them off while some of the student teachers were watching them. She had to do that for 4 years of her high school, man.
Wow.
And it taught her about life because now her kid is experiencing that too. Mm-hmm. And I think she shared a message to some of the younger girls. She goes around schools and talks about it, like, I had to make a tough decision, you know. If I gave an abortion, I wouldn't be talking to you guys today. And life at that moment was more precious to her than anything. Her circumstances, we talk about circumstances, on food stamp for a little bit, had to get a job at a very young age, couldn't go to prom, couldn't go do a lot of things that she normally
She
could
had to
do.
sacrifice a lot.
Sacrifices.
I hope that baby appreciates that.
Oh yeah, he
You know what I
appreciates it.
mean?
And the son is a great guy, man. He works, take care of his mom, loves his mom, right? So you struggle at the end, but now you get this older, your son's a little bit older, and you get to be with him and have these old conversations. And that's what she said means the most to her.
Yep. That's
I
precious.
struggle a little bit to get where I'm at today. And the abortion was something that was on my mind, and I'm so glad I didn't do it, you know. And she shares a story to a lot of young girls, man. I thought it was inspiring, man, to hear that, because I couldn't imagine myself at 14 being a dad. Can you guys imagine yourself being 14?
No.
No. For real.
Your
If
life
I
could
was
change right
at
now.
that age, right? If I was that age, in my mind, when you're at that age, you're very immature to think the consequences through, right?
Yeah.
In my mind, if I was 14, I'd probably like, nah, man, you gotta get an abortion, right? Because back then we weren't taught, we didn't know.
Yeah.
But now that we think about that, we're older and more wise. We're like, oh yeah, that's hard, that's difficult, you know. And you could see why they made that choice.
She was scared of the world, she said.
Yeah.
I was scared of the world, Lucky. But I think the only thing that kept me going is that I would have to live with this for the rest of my life. And if, luckily, her parents were alive, they helped take care of the kid here and there. She was able to get by. But she struggled a lot, man. Since nights where I was a single mother, you know, most nights I couldn't do a lot of things, man. And that was a sacrifice I gave my son. Now I get to do something at an older age. I get to go out and do things.
Man,
But-
I feel for her, dude.
Yeah.
That's very difficult.
I couldn't do it.
That's a difficult journey.
That's difficult. Imagine you got us at 14 freshman year.
Well, dude, Toby won't even let his little brother stay home alone.
Hey.
I don't
Forget raising a kid.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, man, you need to go with me, bro. You just
Toby,
stay home.
imagine you had your blue Honda Accord and you had a baby seat in the back.
Oh man, I'd be pimping, bro.
Instead of you got your backpack, your binder, but you got a baby next to you, and a stroller too next to you, and you got to stroll it to the class. Imagine that, Toby.
Toby
That's
would
crazy.
be like, "Hey, girls, you know I'm a good dad. You want to give me another
Use
baby?
him as bait.
Yeah, Yeah.
Use them as bait. Check it out, baby.
Charles, imagine you had Ryder at that age.
I'm a single dad.
And
Yeah, do what Tony's doing. Hey, girls, like, man, I'm a single dad. Like, I need
single
help. I
dad.
need somebody to help me.
I
Such
need a
cute
queen.
baby. Yeah,
Yeah, I need a
Like,
queen.
I'm a good man because I'm taking care of my kids.
the guys be selling the baby at fashion fair, walking around mall, right?
Hey, they do that, bro.
They do that all
the
the time.
guys out there. I know you motherfuckers do that shit.
Yeah.
Man, remember when in high school we got those Hello Kitty wallets?
Yeah.
Just so that way girls go, oh, that's a cute wallet, so we can start conversations.
It's bait,
Is that
bro.
why you had it? Yeah, Charles. I remember you had a Hello Kitty. Charles had a Hello Kitty wallet or fanny pack or something.
No, it's a wallet.
Oh, it was a wallet. Okay. Charles had a Hello Kitty.
But I wasn't the only one.
The guys would do what we got to do to get it. You know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious.
Which one did you have? Pacheco?
I have no idea. I think so.
Yeah.
I think
we
so.
we all had those.
But we were so immature, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
At that age, we were still kids.
Yeah.
You know, but
You
in our
are.
mind, we thought
We knew
were
everything.
adults. We thought
Yeah.
we knew everything.
That's why you arguing with your parents about
Yeah, that's how
everything.
we were arguing,
Yeah.
right? We thought we were right.
Yeah.
But looking back, damn, we didn't know shit.
We know shit.
Yeah. And
No,
we
and-
always like parents don't understand us.
Yeah.
Like they're too old school.
Yeah.
They don't understand the world that we live in now.
Yeah.
And you know, the kids nowadays, I bet you that's what they feel about us now. We don't understand them. You know, the tables turn, so we're like, damn.
Your son in a little bit is gonna be like, Dad, now I know how to do this already. You gotta tell me.
He knows, man.
Oh
And,
man.
but the thing that I do teach my son is the basic stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So universal laws, I teach him that.
Yeah.
You need to know that, right? Universal laws, and you need to know yin and yang.
Yeah.
You need to know that is the basic of all life.
Yeah.
You know, so I teach him that because everything's gonna come to that. You know, karma, all that stuff. It's gonna affect your decisions. So,
Damn, dude.
so it's very important. You know, our teaching our kids to make the right decision, and really, it's up to them. And you hope they make the right decision.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Man, it's
Yeah.
almost an hour already.
yeah,
Damn,
52 minutes, man.
Already?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's end it. So,
That's last thoughts. Last thoughts, Charles.
Oh, you want me to go first or the last thought?
Yeah, we always go first.
you know,
Because
He wants to pick ideas
yeah, he
a
wants
lot,
to pick
dude.
ideas.
Go ahead, go
And
first.
form his
Charles.
own opinion.
Charles act like I don't know how he thinks, man. We both know how.
Yeah,
he
we
thinks,
both know
Charles.
already, bro.
Well, because I always thought, like, the final thought should be the best one.
No.
Well, I mean, go back to where I started the conversation.
Yeah.
Like, I believe in pro-choice, but just because I believe you have the right to make those choices doesn't mean I agree with those choices.
Yeah.
So if you make something choice, not just about abortion, whatever, anything in life, whether you choose to do something or not, you gotta live with the consequences.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much that's what I got too. You know, I mean, any decision you make, whether man or woman, you know, I mean, the law of cause and effect means you make a choice, there will be an after effect. And the law of compensation, if you don't know these laws, look it up. It also states that if you make a decision, the correct decision, you will be rewarded. If you make the wrong decision, you will be punished. That's just a universal law. So if you guys don't know them, go study it.
Yep.
You know, that's something that is the basic of all human thing in this universe, in this reality. So nothing happens in this world without those universal laws. So go study it, and it will help make you better, or help you make better decisions.
Decisions. My last thoughts are this, man. Like, if you plan on having sex, and if you're doing something, prevention is one of the things you guys need to think about. Like, safe sex is nothing wrong with safe sex. Wear a condom, because if you're not, you're risking yourself in possibly getting pregnant, and you're an adult. So if you're younger, same thing, learn about prevention, and don't ever just stick to, I need to do an abortion right away. Just thinking about options that you have as a human being, as a person that's carrying this baby. Just think about all those things, get opinions, get supportive people, ask people questions, learn more about the things that you need to do better as a person, and then it very comes to the end of it. Again, you have decisions to do what you want to do as a woman. There's nobody that could ever change your mind or make you feel any different, but again, we're all adults, practice safely. and do the things you need to do to protect yourself and your partner. You know what I mean? So I think once you get that into play, you're less prone to be in situations where you have to make tough decisions in life. You know, when you check out all those boxes. So take care of yourself.
Don't forget to use pillows when you're hitting it from the back. That's pro tip. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on all
share.
platforms, guys.
We want to hear from you
for
guys.
tuning in.
Thank you. Yes.
Let us know what you guys think about the abortion topic. If we're full of shit, if we need to study up on these things, let us know.
Yep. Oh, you want to come on the show? We want you on the show.
We want to hear your stories. See you guys.
All right. See ya.